Hello, my name is KREEL Hutchinson, and welcome. You're either responding to a piece of our marketing or you've been invited here by one of our business partners to take a look at our Kangen Water product and business opportunity overview. And we've nicknamed it Blue Gold. So in the next 45 minutes, I'm going to walk you through all the most important elements of our project and get you fully up to speed so that you can make a decision if this is something you'd like to be involved with or could recommend it to somebody else. So without further ado, the key is really understanding why you are here. Before I show you our excellent project that we're really excited about, it's really important to get in contact with, why are you here and what are you looking for? Because what I'm going to show you has the capacity to transform people's health and people's financial lifestyles if they're looking for that. So I was exactly where you are about 9 years ago when I was introduced to this project. I was about $30,000 in debt. I was making about $2,000 a month. Life was not going great for me. I was stressed. I was concerned about my future and really didn't have a project or a career or a passion that I felt really secure about moving forward. A friend introduced me to this and invited me to come out to a presentation, which I did, and I was really impressed with the information that I'm just about to show you. So at that time, what I really needed, my health was good, but I really needed financial security, some hope along the way to transform me out of, working construction, teaching yoga classes, trading hours of my life for dollars, and really not getting anywhere at the age of 30. That frightened me because I didn't see a clear direction forward. In the next hour, I'm going to share the same information that I received that absolutely transformed everything in my life. And today, this is me and my wife's business. So welcome to Kristen. So my why and my passion now involves working with her so we can create really the lifestyle that we've always wanted. We love to travel around the world. We've been to Egypt, India, Mexico, so many other places in the last few years. We've got a place in Mexico that we're building, and we've been able to get there by helping a lot of people just like yourself transform their health and transform their wealth through starting home-based businesses in their spare time. So we're really looking forward to hearing your feedback with what you're about to see. So let's get into it. Here's the problem that we are all facing in humanity today. People are getting less healthy. This is a global concern. Worldwide cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and other lifestyle-related illnesses are on the rise. People are overfed and undernourished. And in addition to the health crisis, there's a financial crisis also occurring. 95% of the population is paycheck to paycheck and struggling financially. Technology has changed fast, and a lot of job security just isn't where it used to be 25 years ago. Most people live to work rather than work to live. Here's the problem on the health side. Preventable diseases, let's talk about their root causes, which is really well documented in terrific books, right? And they identified the three main root causes of all diseases: chronic dehydration, acidosis, and oxidation, which we're going to cover in depth. But take a look at some of these titles by these books. Confessions of a Skeptical Physician. You're not sick, you're thirsty. Killing cancer, not people. Alkalize or die. Reverse aging. Your body's many cries for water. There is so much wonderful documentation in the medical world around the planet that really suggests that the diseases that we are facing as a culture and humanity are preventable. Let's first talk about dehydration, known also as the silent killer. They suggest that 95% of people are chronically dehydrated, which is extremely high. The body is about 73% water. So obviously, most people will agree that the quality of the drinking water that they put inside their body will affect their health at some level. And the amount of that water will also affect their health. People just aren't drinking enough water. But we're going to quickly learn it's not what type of water, but the different types of water that will really make a difference. The brain is also 85% water. So when you start to get dehydrated, it's actually very dangerous for the brain. These symptoms include fatigue, migraines, muscle cramps, clouded thoughts, infrequent urination, constipation, hormone issues, and inflammations, plus so many other things. Doctors usually suggest it's the #1 thing that you can do for your overall health is to drink more water. Number 2 is acidosis. The blood pH never strays from 7.35 to 7.45. So what happens is from 0 to 14 is the pH scale. 7 is neutral. Our blood is in this very tight range. So the body has excellent buffering systems that is able to deal with the acidity of the modern lifestyle, stress being a huge creation of acidity inside the body, but our diet and water all puts pressure. So the body, to maintain this very short, narrow window between 7.35 and 7.45, look for alkaline buffering agents. If we're not getting it through our diet and our water, the body, because it's so efficient at this, will reach into its connective tissues, its bones and the joints, drawing out calcium, magnesium predominantly in order to create this buffering process. So this comes at a huge cost to us because we're losing minerals. Now, I believe health just doesn't happen overnight, or disease doesn't happen overnight. It's consistent over every day, making decisions that add up over years to decades that deliver certain results, right? And so when you're always acidic and the body is dealing with this, that loss of minerals over 30, 40 years of life can lead to some dangerous places. Let's talk about the symptoms of acidosis. They would include heartburn, acid reflux, skin problems, inflammation, and many, many more. You know, people are really dealing with a lot of acid reflux in the world, which is a clear indication of too much acidity. Number 3, oxidation. So this is caused by free radical damage, which creates oxidation, or we can also refer to it as rusting inside the body. So oxidative stress is going to be really what takes us all from a living state to a death state, right? Excessive oxidation along the way. So the number 1 healthcare product in the world is antioxidants because they slow down this process, right? Oxidation, rusting, significantly increases inflammation in the body, weakens the immune system, and makes us more susceptible to diseases. The symptoms include cancer is really the most oxidative state we know about right now, autoimmune disorders, rheumatoid arthritis, and arteriosclerosis. So as you can see, these 3 root causes of diseases are really taking a toll throughout humanity. Now, there is ways to solve this through hydration. But let's look at what the options that we have when it comes to our everyday drinking water. Most people are using the tap, right? This is provided by municipality. So in it, as you can see from this rustic corroded pipe, most tap water will contain rust, large amounts of chlorine, which are very effective at killing any living organisms in there. So it's basically our cities are mandated to provide us with clean drinking water. Clean drinking water does not equal healthy drinking water. So how they make it clean is by the chlorine. It guarantees that there's not going to be any bacteria that can cause major health issues or death to a large population. We also have pharmaceuticals showing up in our tap water. Lye, which is a very strong high alkaline agent, which is added to the water because the chlorine is so acidic it drops the pH down. And municipalities all over North America are federally regulated to provide water which is slightly alkaline, so above 7, in between 7 and 8 pH. Now to do this, they need to add something that's alkaline enough to create that buffering process up. So lye is also added. The water is acidic. It contains over 100 chemicals and is fully oxidized, right? It's full of free radicals. So this is what most people are drinking. Or people that are uncomfortable drinking tap water because they know these health issues and that it's not great for our health, or the taste is just so terrible, they moved into bottled waters. So let's talk about bottled water. It's also acidic, oxidizing. It strips the body of minerals, just like we talked about before in the acidosis section. It's loaded with plastics. When these bottled waters sit in the sun, as you can see in this tarmac with these planes, the sunlight penetrates. It's actually the heat that's both combinations. So they can even be sitting in the shade, but if the temperature gets high enough, the plastics start to break down and leach into the water. So people are literally drinking plastic in their water. That's been linked to cancer. It's cancer-causing agents. It also affects hormonal issues. There's a great documentary, if you want to learn a little bit more about that, it's called the Disappearing Male documentary. So you've got cancer issues, you've got hormonal issues, And most significantly is really, it's a massive environmental impact. So whether that's from indigenous people or local communities not having access to their water resources as being pumped by international, multinational corporations into other parts of the world, being sold, it's actually more expensive than oil all over the planet. So this is obviously, a temporary solution when you can't drink tap water, but it's not a long-term solution. So regular water cannot solve our health issues and actually is only enhancing them. So people moved then to perhaps mineral waters, which has a sparkling in it, also oxidizing, also comes in plastics. So you can see that there's a lot of places that people are reaching sports energy drinks, which we'll talk about a little later, but they are all still causing chronic dehydration, acidosis, and oxidation, all leading to inflammation. And inflammation is really what we want to, is the precursor to every onset of disease. Because when things aren't happy in the body, they start to become inflamed. So, but there is a solution. Hydrogen-rich, electrolyzed, reduced water. That is the name, the medical terminology, which has been given to the Kangen water, which is created by Enagic. So Enagic is the company. Their trademark name is Kangen Water, and Kangen Water is known in the medical world as hydrogen-rich, electrolyzed, reduced water. And it has a long history. Even though you're probably hearing about it for the first time, let's take a look at its origins. Been referred to as miracle water and holy water in many different places. The Japanese started to study this type of water that naturally occurs in places like Tecate, Mexico, Lourdes, France, Nordor, Germany, and in Japan. People for decades, if not centuries, have been going to these places and having medical style results by drinking the water. The Japanese started to study these places and realized that there's unique characteristics that occur in the water here that don't occur in other spring waters or reservoirs around the planet. So the Japanese researched it and created a system that I'm going to tell you all about. Kangen water, their trademark name, is known to as return to origin. And that's exactly what you're getting when you get a Kangen water system, the water that we are designed to be drinking all over the planet. Let's talk about the three main properties of Kangen water. Number one, it's a massive antioxidant. This is because of the hydrogen-rich and the molecular hydrogen which exists inside of it. Number two, alkalization. It has alkalizing benefits to human cells. Number three, it's super hydrating. This in the medical world is known as electrically reduced water, EWR, and it also has the capacity, it actually restructures the water so it makes it smaller, more absorbable into the cell tissues, which we're going to talk all about right now. Let's start with number one, which is the antioxidant value. Now, on this chart, you're seeing oxidation-reduction potential. This is an ORP chart. And what happens is, it's able to measure liquids and tell you if it's increasing oxidation, which will be a positive score, which means basically increasing rust or the aging effect, or if it's full of antioxidants, it will be a negative score, which means it's reducing oxidative stress. As you can see in this chart, on the positive side, purified water, distilled water, reverse osmosis water, basically all bottled waters fit into the category of about positive 300. Sports energy drinks will get you up to about positive 400. Tap water, I have seen as high as positive 500 and 600. Really depends on how much chlorine and other chemicals you're finding in your water. And then we have soda, which will be in the same range as heavily chlorinated water at about positive 400 to 500. So this is causing a lot of oxidative stress. On the negative side, vitamin C, which is world renowned as being an excellent antioxidant, comes in at about a negative 50. Green tea, about a negative 80. Kangen water, fresh out of your tap at source, will give you anywhere from negative 300 all the way up to negative 800, which is absolutely phenomenal. So in one glass of drinking Kangen water, you can get more antioxidants into your body than the food that you can eat all day. Why is that? Because there's no metabolization necessary. You're literally drinking electrically charged water. It just absorbs into the body. And think of this water as energy. And because it has that negative charge to it, it's actually electrically alive versus the positive stuff, which is dead water. So you've got major benefits with the massive amounts of antioxidants. Number two, alkalize, right? As we mentioned earlier, this is the pH chart, and it goes from 0 all the way to 14, with 7 being neutral. Our blood is at 7.35 to 7.45, so we're slightly alkaline creatures by nature, right? We're designed to drink and eat and drink a lot of stuff that's alkaline, but in today's world, we've really slipped into the acidic side of things, and we've become overfed, undernourished, gaining weight, breaking down, a huge amount of inflammation. So by drinking Kangen water, which you have a choice between Kangen 8.5, 9, and 9.5, you're able to deliver naturally alkalizing benefits to the body to neutralize this acidity so that it no longer has to reach into our connected bones, tissues, and joints to get these minerals. So can you imagine drinking a water that's just going to be offsetting this stress on the body every single day, glass by glass? And number three, super hydrating. This is actually one of my favorite parts of this water because you can just taste it with every glass. I used to drink a lot of water and I would get bloated and feel a little uncomfortable. And then when I got introduced to Kangen water, I can literally drink liters of this stuff consecutively without that sensation of feeling too bloated or full. It's literally being absorbed at a cellular level. So here's a few ideas. At birth, we are alkaline and hydrated, 90% water. Remember, Kangen water returned to origin. It's also talking about our natural state as we show up on the planet. As adults, we're becoming acidic and dehydrated, 75% water. And then as seniors, we slip down to being chronically acidic, chronically dehydrated at about 55% water. So imagine this. You show up to the planet like a big plump grape, super hydrated and alkaline, and about 75 to 80 years later, you've become a raisin. We've literally dehydrated ourselves in that process. The way to stop this, drink more water and drink the right type of water, which you are obviously starting to see that Kangen water really sets it apart from any other options in today's marketplace. A good friend of mine says, the solution to pollution is dilution. In our bodies, if we're dehydrated, our bodies do not get rid of the toxins that we're absorbing in today's modern world. It stays in our lymphatic system. Right? The lymphatic system is kind of like a water slide. Unless there's a lot of water going through the system, the slide never turns on and never removes the toxins. So when you start to drink Kangen water, you get hydrated. The first thing that happens is the body wants to detox these reactions, which usually ends up being about a week to 2 weeks for most people. They go through a natural detox cycle, and then they start to really shed a lot of weight at that point and also feel like they're starting to get the benefits of the other properties. But the first thing that needs to happen is the detox. So it really stems from the super hydrating benefits. Now, when I got introduced to this, I was really impressed with what I was seeing, but I also wanted to make sure that there was documented evidence to this. So I looked at this man, Dr. Ronya Shinya. He is considered one of the top 10 doctors in the world and considered the top colon gastroenterologist. He was the inventor of the colonoscopy, which is a small camera that looks inside your digestive, the colon system, to make sure of its health. In Asia, considered to be up there as being an incredible medical practitioner and adding so much to the health field. In a recent book, The Enzyme Factor, he writes, Kangen water is considered the very best drinking water because of its incomparable power of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. Now, when I heard that from this man, obviously this man is going to do way more research than I'm capable of because I'm not a medical practitioner. And for him to come out and state this, for me, really allows me to have confidence in what's happening here. And he suggests hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation, which is really the 3 pillars of longevity, right? I have found that it's a better option to stay healthy. Drinking Kangen water will give you that. If you're dealing with disease, it's going to support the body to get into its natural state through hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation so that it can actually do a lot of repair work. So I'm super impressed with this type of documentation. Let's look at one more. The Kangen water study. Now this came out a couple years ago. Scientific study results on the benefits of Kangen water in the human tissue culture and living human volunteers. So this was all done on real people. This was conducted by Dr. Horst Filzer, MD, and is considered one of the top cardiologists in the world. He was actually the first man to put the stent inside the human heart. He's in retirement now, and he's making his life's mission at this point to see if we can get Kangen water, Enagic water systems, FDA approved and inside hospitals and clinics. In this pilot study, the three main scientific findings were: it proved that it was a massive antioxidant, it increased cellular energy, and number three, it was an anti-inflammatory. Imagine this, you're drinking a water that's an anti-inflammatory, pushing down on the main thing that contributes to dis-ease in our bodies. And guess what? Pets and vets love Kangen water too. I threw this slide in because the benefits that humans are receiving, we also can see that in our animals and in our plants. And dogs and cats, horses will all live this and actually have healthier lives and live longer as a result. Now, Enagic water systems are actually a water factory. And when I say that, most people think about, oh, this is a water filter. No, no, no. It does so much more than just providing you with clean water. I hope you've seen now you're being provided with energized, healthy water, but it also gives you much more. And let's see what it does. When you have one of our systems, and this is the beautiful top-of-the-line flagship product, the K8, with a push of the button, you can make a wide range of 7 different waters. And we'll start at the bottom. A medical-grade 2.5 water, which we'll cover next. The 6.0 is a natural toner. This is called beauty water. And this is what the cosmetic industry is bottling up and selling it for $25 to $100 and adding, chemicals or natural flavorings or oils inside of it. So you can make as much water toner here with a push of the button for pennies. The 7.0 is just a neutral standard water, no ionization is happening. And then you've got 3 drinking water options, 8.5, 9, and 9.5. And then we have our top of the alkalinity, which is the 11.5, which I'm going to talk about right now. Starting with the 2.5, it's also known as hypochlorous acid. Now, this is potentially one of the biggest medical breakthroughs of our technology and its applications in today's hospitals. The 2.5 in independent lab testing is able to kill 100 organisms faster than bleach. It's also, with a spray of the button, it doesn't burn or sting the hands, and it can kill 99% of known bacteria in under 60 seconds. It's incredible, right? Just imagine this. Tap water comes through your Kangen water machine, you push the 2.5 button, now you have a medical disinfectant, right? It's excellent for mouthwash, gargling, you can soak your toothbrushes, excellent for all skin conditions, psoriasis, eczema, acne, bacterial infections. You can also put it on cuts and burns. Excellent for if you have overexposure or sunburns. Spray the 2.5, it really cools and cuts the inflammation and the chemical reaction to the sunburn. But you can obviously use it in your kitchen for food poisoning, kill salmonella, MRSA, ZAR, E. coli. Also treats mold, pneumonia, hepatitis, tuberculosis on surfaces. It's basically the ultimate disinfectant from a natural source, which does not irritate the human skin or the smell and so forth, right? So excellent technology, and that you all get that with a push of the button. Now with our machines, whenever you push the button, you make 2 waters at the same time. One comes in the top hose alkaline and one comes in the bottom hose acidic. So the 2.5 is coming in at the acidic. At the exact same time, you've got the 11.5 strong alkaline water in the top hose. I love this water. It decreases and removes stains. So if you have any wine or blood stains or cuts, scrapes, that kind of stuff or spills, juices and so forth, you just heat up some 11.5, pour it on there, bang, it gets rid of stuff. Removes the oil-based pesticides from your fruits and vegetables. This is my primary use for it. Just imagine, I prefer to eat organic in today's world, but because of convenience or the price, or I just can't get access to stuff, I'll end up getting normal conventional produce. Now I know that's been treated, But the organic stuff has also been treated because it's grown a certain way, but when it's transported, it comes over the borders from other countries, it's fumigated, so there's all kinds of residues on our food. The only way to guarantee getting rid of that stuff is having it through the 11.5. Why? Because it can emulsify oil, and this is the key. And you'll see this in one of our presentations at another time. The 11.5 emulsifies the oil so you can remove these pesticides. You can also use this to replace your laundry detergent. Add some essential oils in there, so fragrance. So the 2.5 and the 11.5 you'll see in a few slides. You can do that for all your household cleaning and be able to save you money along the way. Now, let's talk about who's doing this for us. That company is called Enagic. They're based out of Japan. They've been in business for 44 years, privately held, debt-free company. So they are rock solid. They're an original equipment manufacturer, meaning when you purchase one of these systems, you purchase directly from the manufacturer, and they have a medical manufacturing facility in Japan. Right? This is top-notch. Annual revenues of the company are over $500 million, so this is not a fly-by-night operation. This is some deep roots. It's considered the gold standard industry leader. Right? They invented the water ionizing field and really perfected it from day one. Medical manufacturing, Osaka, Japan. And the company has 38 offices in 23 different countries, including Vancouver, Toronto, Los Angeles, Honolulu, Australia, Asia, Europe, Brazil, and Mexico. Basically, you can sell a system anywhere in the world, right? We will find a way to get there. Also with Enagic, not to be overlooked is the enormous amount of awards and certificates that this technology has been given. Now, we have awards from the only water ionizer with the Water Quality Association Gold Seal. So this is for manufacturing and production here in North America. It's the only medical device certified in the world. This is really incredible. Just to take a moment, the first 20 years, you could only get access to Kangen water inside Japanese hospitals. The demands were so great that the company decided to make a home unit 25 years ago. That home unit has now gone international, and we're in a very aggressive global expansion. But you have access to a technology which is 45 years old and still used in Japanese hospitals today. Incredible. And we're a AAA member, A+ member of the Better Business Bureau. And as we have seen, if you look on the internet or hear from other people, there's many claims, often imitated, but never duplicated. We really stand alone. There's a lot of copycats out there, but no one has been able to duplicate what we're capable of. And these awards and certificates really allow us to, for you being a potential customer or business builder, to know you're really getting the best. Now, Enagic has 3 amazing products to deal with the root causes of illness so that we can make us happy, healthy, and wealthy along the way. I introduce you to the Enagic trifecta. So this is actually 3 different product categories. You have the water filtration, you have the household, which will be the shower unit, and then you have the supplement section, which is our Ukon. So you've got the K8, the Anisba, and the Ukon. Let's review all 3. The mighty Kangen 8. This is the newest technology from Enagic. This system came out about 3 years ago, so it absolutely took like 42 years of gold standard technology in the world's best, and then it produced something better on top of that. Right? Now you have 8 medical grade titanium double dipped in medical grade platinum plates inside. Well-maintained systems will last from 20 to 25 years with really just some basic stuff that you need to do monthly on your own. It has a worldwide power supply, so the KA can go anywhere and plug it in, no problems. There's a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, absolutely covers everything. You can get an extended 3-year warranty for a very small price. And there's many upgrades and improved efficiency over the kind of the gold standard in the industry, which is the SD501. And as I mentioned, this is a medical device. It's approved as a medical device by the Japanese Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, which is the equivalent to the FDA and to Health Canada. Also in the Philippines, the FDA approved the Philippines recently in 2018 approved this same product as a medical device inside their medical system. And this is the only water ionizer endorsed by the Japanese Association of Preventative Medicine for Adult Diseases. Now, this is big. These two facts are really sets us apart. The Japanese medical system is based on prevention, right? So they're designed to find products and services that keep people healthy. Whereas in North America and the rest of the world, we're really treated more like a pharmaceutical sick care model. We treat symptoms after people have gotten sick. Now you have the backing of 6,700 doctors in the #1 healthcare system in the world, Japan, saying, drink Kangen water. For me, when I looked at that, that was significant and really giving me, the check that I needed, being like, this has been proven throughout the decades and continues to work so well for humans everywhere. Now let's talk about the Anaspa DX. It's a mineral ion spa shower system. Right? It removes harmful chemicals and contaminants and toxins from the water. There's high-powered magnets in the base of it. So the water runs over the magnets and it gets restructured, it gets smaller. And then there's therapeutic activating mineral core inside. It runs over the minerals, picking up minerals that will create a natural hot spring effect. It perfectly pH balances the hair and the skin, and it adds so much more moisturizing and nourishing effects. So people with any kinds of skin issues will definitely know stuff, even if it's just dry skin, but if you've got psoriasis, eczema, it will start to really benefit that, removing the toxins and adding these therapeutic minerals inside. So we absolutely love it. Kristen spends almost every evening in a bath. I think once you've had an Anaspa shower or bath experience, there's no way you're going to go back. And our third product in our trifecta is the Kangen Ukon. Ukon is a Japanese word for turmeric. And we all know at this point that turmeric has extensively studied in the pharmaceutical industry, is widely promoted as being so many beneficial things. So here in Enagic, I love this, they've got a whole area in Osaka, Japan, where they grow this stuff. It's the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory product known. Turmeric cultivated for maximum potency. There's actually two forms, the spring and the autumn Ukon. Highly bioavailable to its proprietary blend, and its patented capsule packages prevents oxidation, which is really important because most supplementation on the market, you're only really getting about 3 to 15%. Most of it is oxidized, exposed to air. So with this, with our patented capsules, of course, it's all grown with Kangen water and it's rinsed with the disinfected 2.5, cleaned with the 11.5, then it gets put into these capsules. It's vegan friendly and 100% organic. People have fantastic results that are dealing with major inflammation or sore bodies and joints. Absolutely love this stuff. Now, with all of this, you also have the household savings when you get the 2.5 and the 11.5. So at this point, I hope you're starting to see that you can replace, if you're drinking bottled water, you can get off that. Your household savings, you can go green and save with our technology. I love this, that it's just more than a transformative health product. It's also good for the environment, so it's a win-win. The average household can save between $50 and $200 a month by learning properly how to use the Kangen water system to replace these cleaning agents, right? That's why I recommend and suggest, hey, you've got a Kangen water factory. So as you can see, our product is absolutely life-changing, right? And our business is an opportunity of a lifetime because of it. Let's begin with a conversation around linear income versus residual income. Most of us have gone through our educational systems and they've produced a mindset of being an employee. An employee means you have a job. We're willing to trade our hours in our life for dollars, and there's no leverage built into this. Some people are working full-time for 40 hours a week for 40 years to get a retirement and severance package. Those days of traditional employment are totally gone, right? There is technology replacing jobs. There's not security. There's harder to find full-time work. For people that are entrepreneurial minded being employees, they usually end up finding their way and owning their own job, being self-employed, or they specialize in something that gets them a little bit more income. So they're able to earn more income than your average employee. This could be a doctor, a lawyer, a consultant, someone who offers their services out into the world. So once again, they only get paid when they're working. So hours for dollars, no leverage built in. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, what we are offering you here with Enagic is you own your own system and people work for you. Now, in our system, it's very unique. You actually are an independent franchise owner, and you're able to sell to customers and also sell to other business owners. And those owners will have franchises. You get paid on the directs and on the indirects, so you get to create leverage. The best definition I've heard of leverage is the following. I would prefer to have 1% effort of 100 people versus 100% efforts of myself. Have you noticed you can just do a lot more when you're working in teams and groups, especially when that's in your business, but you don't have all the overhead and the headaches of traditional business ownership with the employees and insurance and stuff. With Enagic, we don't have to deal with any of that. You hang out as a business owner long enough, and eventually we all get to where we want to be, which is then we own our investments, and you become a true investor where you can start to have passive income and long-term residual income. So one of the alarming things I learned was on the linear side of the income here, this is where 95% of the world's population is, but it only has 5% of the world's wealth. Versus on the residual income side, you have 5% of the world's population with 95% of its wealth. So let me ask you a question. What side would you prefer to be on? Obviously, we all want to be on the residual income side and be our own boss, right? Second question is, what side are you currently on? When I looked at this opportunity 8 years ago, I found myself, I was stuck right here. And I needed to find a way to become a business owner, get into a system and work with people. And I was so happy that someone introduced me to this opportunity so that I could move forward and be a business owner. Now let's talk about Enagic and the key factors that we are partnered with. It's a 45-year-old, 44, soon to be 45-year-old rock solid company. This is a global opportunity. To purchase any one of our products gives you, with no additional charge, distributorship, and that you can use that throughout the world, right? We're in a very strong and global expansion that started. For the first 20 years, you could only get access to Kangen Water inside Japanese hospitals. The results were so good, they made a home unit. 25 years later, we've been doing that. And the last 10 years, we've really taken off in opening offices throughout the world. But the good part is, there is limited market penetration. There's only been about 1 million of these systems sold globally. So, you know, when you think about what we have to offer, which we're dealing with the #1 commodity in the world, which is water, with a proven medical device that solves some of the biggest health issues, you can see that Enagic has a very bright future. One of the most remarkable things about this Enagic and our compensation plan is it comes with a built-in retirement plan. It's incredible. This is not connected to your monthly sales volume. When you get to a certain rank, which is 6A2-3, the company is going to guarantee you $5,000 per life and growing. The cool part about this is it's only about 1,500 sales to get there. And that can be done anywhere from 2 to 5 years if you really set your mind to it, right? This is truly a legacy project because all of that is willable to your family and to future generations. So just think about what's being offered here. You have the opportunity to earn some great income as you grow your business to a certain level that at that point, the company's going to guarantee you a retirement package for life. There's just not that found out there in the world. So this is truly a life-changing project. A little bit more with the Enagic business plan is there's no sign-up fees, there's no annual renewals, there's no monthly qualifications, there's no carried inventory. The company takes care of all the heavy lifting for us. There's no auto ships like you find in other programs. Zero attrition permanent ranking, meaning you never go back in our compensation plan. You only can move forward, right? So once you achieve a rank, you're always going to be paid at that rank. You can use other people's money to get started. We have excellent financing options that we'll talk about shortly. These are high ticket commissions that pay in depth, right? So I learned years ago that it's much easier to sell a high ticket item to a few customers to make a certain amount of income versus having to sell a smaller ticket item to hundreds of people to make the same income, right? You have less touches, less conversations, less phone calls, less paperwork all along the way to make great income here. There's only been 1 million systems sold so far, pays daily, and there's 9 ways to earn income. We're going to cover the most powerful ways, and there's built-in social proof for new members when you follow our recommended getting started strategy. So let's talk about the commission structure. It's our 8-point commission payout. All of our products have 8 points attached to them, right? This compensation plan is so unique, it is actually patented in the direct selling industry, which is the only thing I've ever heard of, that I've never heard of any other company having that. We're going to focus on the Kangen 8, which is our flagship top-of-line water system, as an example of how the compensation program works. So imagine it like 8 pieces of the pie. With the K8, each one of those points is worth $340, right? So on every sale, 8 points are going to get paid out when a K8 gets sold. Now, it's important to understand that we're a very unique business model. With Enagic, we are a pure direct selling business, which is different for a lot of people. Most people are used to understanding kind of an MLM or pyramid style, where a few people at the top are making all the income, and as you move down, there's more people involved, but they're not actually making great income. Whereas with us, it's a pure direct selling. It's over and down. Like I mentioned before, it's really like owning your own franchise. So when you open up a new franchise, you sell it to a friend, and they can either be a customer or a distributor, you are going to get paid in that laneway, any activity that they go through. And you continue to open up strategic franchise partnerships with business builders, and you're earning a whole new laneway there. So our system is really over and down. Here's how the marketing plan works. And this is for the K8 example. So $340. When you get into business and you make your first sale, selling a Kangen 8 to somebody, you're going to earn $340. Now, when you sold it to Jim, for example, you open up a franchise underneath Jim. Any activity that Jim does is going to turn into having additional income come into your pocket. So how does that work? Let's take a look right here, because we have the opportunity when you, on your first sale, you're going to earn $340. Here's Jim. Any activity that happens underneath Jim, you also are going to earn. So these are the direct sales, which are frontline to you, and then the indirect sales, which is the activity that your frontline people were able to produce. The good thing with Enagic is you get paid on both. So you have to make 2 1A sales when you get started. So here's your first sale to Jim, and then your second sale to Sally. Sally really enjoyed the product. She recommended to a number of people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got paid 6 times on systems that you did not have to sell $340, right? So you can see after 2 sales, a really cool thing happens. You actually get a promotion, and you jump all the way to 2A, which is now $680 in the compensation plan. And this is going to be an important marker, because we're going to talk about it a little bit later with our strategic getting started formula. Any sales that happen in this franchise lane, you're going to earn $680. So imagine you bring a friend on Jim. Jim sells 3 machines. Jim will earn $340, $340, $680. Because Jim is a 2A franchise for you, you earn $680, $680, $680. So is it in your best interest to continue to support Jim? Of course, right? Mentor and coach him to find out what Jim wants to achieve in life. As you help other people in our program, which is the best part, you will also move through the ranks and earn more income. So after a combined 10 sales, you get another promotion all the way to 3A, where now you're earning $10.20 per sale. Any sales that happen underneath that franchise lane, you're going to also receive $10.20 in overrides. Pretty impressive. After 10 sales, you're earning over $1,000 with our compensation plan. When you have a total of 20 group sales, you're 21st and above, you become a 4-point agent, and now you're earning $13.60 per sale, and $13.60 on any of the overrides that happen in this laneway, which is pretty incredible. It continues to get better and better as you get 50 group sales here. So realize you're not going to make all of these sales yourself. You're going to make a few of them that are going to lead to other people getting involved and recommending it, and other business builders. At your 51st and above, you become a 5-point agent, and now you're earning $1,700 on the system. So imagine you bring in a friend named Lisa. Lisa sells 3 products, 3 K8s. She earns $340 on her first sale, $340 on her second sale, $680 on her third sale. Because Lisa is in a 5-point laneway for you, you're going to earn $1,700 3 times. Pretty incredible. And once you get 100 group sales, you move into the top rank, which is 6A, which now you're earning $20.40 a sale. So let's use this as an example. Your 6A sale was to someone named Kevin. Kevin comes in and he makes 3 sales, $340, $340, $680. You earn $20.40, $20.40, $20.40, so 3 times. You're earning 6 points in commission and Kevin's earning 2. You're going to continue to support Kevin to grow a business, and you're going to show him how one day that he's going to become a 3-point agent, and now he's earning 3 points. Even though you're entitled to 6 points, there's only 5 left. You continue to work with Kevin, helping him grow. He's going to earn 4 points, you earn 4 points. Eventually, Kevin earns 5, you earn 3. And as you support this new person to grow a successful independent business, you get paid more in the beginning, but as they get independent, eventually they're going to earn 5, 6, 7, 8 points, and you're going to go from 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the power of this system. In general, the average 6A will sell between 8 and 12 direct systems. That means franchises themselves, so along the top. Those 8 to 12 systems, for me, I sold 10 systems. 10 systems led to 101 sales, and I became a 6A. To do this, the average 6A will earn between $65,000 and $125,000. This can be done in anywhere from 6 months to 18 months if you're really moving fast in the business. Right? So this is a considerable amount of income that's on the table, paying both the directs and the indirects. Once you hit 6A, you continue to open up 20/40 pay lanes. And this goes all the way down to 8 points. Eventually, you're going to be out of the 8 points. But this is a good thing. You've made a small fortune as you've been helping someone to grow and showing them how to earn all the points. Once you get past that, the company pays you a $200 educational bonus on any sales in depth. But here's really where the retirement and the bonus stuff comes in. So you can see in the top corner, as a 6A, the company gives you a $3,000 bonus. I love the idea of all the bonuses and the extra additional income Enagic offers here. So for you just growing your business, you're going to earn additional income, $3,000. Then you want to turn around and help 2 people. You want to build 2 legs, 2 franchises that are strong and duplicating underneath you. The company makes you a 6A2, you get a $6,000 bonus. Then you help those people do the exact same thing, and the company gives you a $12,000 bonus. It continues to grow and move on until eventually, as you can see in the orange number, you would become a 6A2-3. You get a $25,000 bonus, and you're paid $5,000 monthly for life. Now, I do need to say there are a few prerequisites that you have to maintain at this level, but if you've gotten to the business to that point, it's very easy to do. You just have to be in good moral standing and be ethical with the company. If you're not to be that way, it can be taken away from you, which just makes sense. Now, at that point, you're making $5,000 a month. That's bonus on top of all the other income. But that's just where it starts. Dash 4, a $50,000 bonus and $10,000 a month. Dash 5, $100,000 and $15,000. It continues to dash 6, dash 7, dash 8. Some of these ranks have not even been hit in the company yet, but realize this project is going to be happening for the next 40, 50 years at the strength of what we've got created here. So if you start now, these ranks are all achievable for us in the long term. And I never had the opportunity in any other business I saw to potentially make an $800,000 bonus and $80,000 a month for life. It is so unique to what's available and happening with Enagic. Now, you got a couple ways to get started with this. So I want to tell you option A is the make money the slow way. Now, what happens is through what we've learned so far, you have to make 2 mandatory 1A sales to get started. Now, if you sell KH, you're going to earn $340, and then you open up a pay lane, right? And on your second sale, you earn another $340, and you've started with growing your business by 1, right? So this is a K8. You can get it for 0 down. You can finance it for about $120 a month over 5 years. And we can explain all the financing in a moment, but you're growing your business by 1. What we notice over the years that we've been in the business is that all of our business builders and a lot of our customers see such value with the water systems that eventually they end up asking, hey, what else is available? Hey, let me try this Anaspa out, the spa system. That looks really good. And oh, the supplementation, let's try that. So eventually all distributors end up owning all 3 products. And what we found was, why not put that all together with a startup package that addresses all of our health conditions in one area, but also starts your business faster than ever before. And that's the way you make money fast, which is doing the trifecta, which is purchasing all 3 products. Now, when you purchase those products, you sell 2 of them to yourself, and that fulfills your 1A mandatory sales. So right away on day 1, you're actually a 2A in the business, and now you're earning 2 points of commission. So if you go out and sell a K8, instead of making $340, you're gonna earn $680. What we noticed was a lot of people, they get excited about the business, and then they go and talk to some of their closest best friends, and they recruit them into the business to join them. But they were only making 1 point off all their efforts. Now you can make 2 points. And you set it up that now you're building by 3 at a time when you're selling to your business owners. So this is definitely the fastest way to get started and the most profitable. When you get into business doing it this way, you actually get paid on your Ukon and on your K8 sale to yourself. And so you're going to end up getting about $380 in commissions just to get started this way, right? And your business is now growing by 3s. More importantly, if you turn around and you recruit somebody into the business that wants to join you in your 2A position, and you sell them a trifecta, now you're earning $1,110 versus the $340 if you were to get started the slow way. So when we've noticed people do this, they are growing their business significantly faster. Their people will always buy usually what you bought. And now you're starting to really grow your business in a forward motion that is generating substantial income from day 1. And all it takes is about 5 to 7 product sales of the exact same thing that you bought in order for your investment to be completely paid off. So let's take a look at the trifecta numbers. We've got them here, and if you were to go for the full package, which is the Ukon Sigma, which is a 1-year supply, it retails for $19.80 in the States. The total commissions that are available on that is $800 because it's 8 times 100, right? And then the Anaspa DX retails for $28.90 in the United States. The total commissions available is $14.80, so once again, that's 8 times $185. And then you've got the K8, which retails for $49.80 in the United States. There's $27.20 available in commissions there. That's 8 times $340. So getting started this way, it's going to run you about $9,850 plus the taxes. But we can finance that. Whether you're in Canada or the United States, we have third-party financing. We're looking for credit at about $650 and above to make that happen. If it's below, we've got some other alternatives for you. You can speak to us in a consultation call. And that will be about $250 a month. So you don't pay for the first 30 days. You get into business, it's going to cost you $250 a month, but you've gotten paid with our Ukon Sigma startup $440, right? So you're already ahead. If you make 1 sale, it's a K8, $680. If it's the trifecta, you're making close to $1,200 a sale. So the numbers really work in your favor to be able to pay off the system quickly and earn substantial income very quickly in a few weeks to months. Now, do get back to the person who sent you this. We can break down these numbers and explain this all a little bit more. This is really just an overview to get started, but I hope you can see by now we've got an incredible product. We've got a high-powered compensation plan. Enagic is built for a long-term sustainability legacy project and comes with our team. right? We've been doing this both on the online and the offline business systems are available to you. Personally, I've got an 8-year proven track record with Enagic, but our upline have been in the business longer. So we really have been through this, and we know what's happening and how to coach and mentor people. Our commitment is to integrity and professionalism. We really take that serious and heart to heart. Our team also, we provide coaching and mentorship at all levels. So we really, for the new person coming into the business, we take care of you. I know that's a concern for a lot of people that are going to be left alone. Well, with this, you're really coming into a community, a family, with a long-term vision here. Our membership training site and resources is full of step-by-step. So you'll just walk through the training so that you can get comfortable and up to speed as quickly as possible. We have a private Facebook mastermind group, which is instant communication when you have questions and so forth. And we have weekly webinars, which are focused on really helping people get started and answering questions from week to week. And we also build live events both in our local and international. So even though we might be meeting online, we definitely take that offline and get to know people at a deep level. So that is the commitment from our team. You're in business by yourself, but you are never alone. And I think that's really important. And at the end of the day, this is a global home-based business that you can truly feel good about. My experience after 8 years has been one of the best financial decisions I ever made. It's improved my health. I've impacted the lives of thousands of people with a product alone, but then on the business side itself. So I ask you, what are you looking for? Have you seen something here that is able to create a secondary income for you? Maybe show you a way how you can quit the job that's not really inspiring you, or move out of a career that you feel capped at. You're only going to earn a certain amount. There are so many different stories that find their way into Enagic, and I just ask you to get back to the person who sent you to this and let them know your feelings on it. Have a conversation. If you'd like to get started, it's super easy to do. We get the paperwork going, we can do the financing. So reach back and connect with us, and we look forward to meeting you in person soon and seeing you in the community, and wishing you the greatest health, wealth, and happiness. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for your time.